Hello? Oh God, I can hear myself. Okay, let me turn it way down. That's going to be weird. It's a terrible echo. I hate using headphones. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Does that work? Do you guys get sound? Can you give me a 1 if you get sound? We'll get it worked out, you guys. We'll get it worked out. Can you give me a 1 if you can hear a 1? Anybody home? A 1, so you guys can hear me. All right. Are you getting feedback or anything like that? Are we good to go? Give me a 1. If you're getting feedback, give me a 2. Hello, Danielle. Hi, Rosebud. Interior Family Studio. Jenny. Sassafras. Really good to see you guys. So this is just a trial. I kind of want to see how it goes, if this is something you guys want to get together. Well, hello, Preston. I'm glad that you were able to join us. This is just a little test to see if this is something we can do. I'm going to be throwing the link out here for the panel, and I invite whoever would like to come up. I'm on the free StreamYard, or what is it called? StreamYard. I'm on the free version until you members decide, if you Starlights want this, then I'll pay for it. But I'm not going to pay for it until we know if you guys are into this. Sounds just fine. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. I got to remember that I can show stuff on the screen because I'm not used to it yet. Hello, LM Sparks. Good to see you. Interior, thank you so much for jumping in so quick. I greatly appreciate that. Hello, my beautiful Pez. Thank you, Jenny, for coming tonight. All right, so right off the bat, where's my notes? These are the topics for the night. If you are following the Trinity Bacchus case, the aunt had an interview, or the mother's best friends, whatever you want to call her, and she stated Trinity took her clothes off, removed her clothes before she died, right before she died. I want to talk about that. Definitely. The dog stopping at the gate. I want to talk about that. I'm just going to leave my glasses on for a minute. I want to talk about the fact that someone named Fowler, that has Sunshine Fowler, which is Trinity Bacchus's boyfriend's mother. Did you follow that? Okay. Got on T-Rev's live and was trying to shut him down. He was trying to get him not to talk about, trying to tell T-Rev to stop talking about Trinity. Something you might want to talk about. And then once we get with all that and you guys are done with that, the last topic that I want to talk about tonight is what SF, Check It TV, and Zanime all have in common. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. So with that, my lovelies, I would just love to have somebody come up here. I'm going to get this. All right. I've never done this before, so hopefully I don't crash the system. If I do, have a lovely night, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, here we go. We're going to copy this link. I did it. And then I'm going to post it in the comments. And then whoever wants to come up here, I personally want to see your face just so I know you're a real human being and you're not doing something naughty or something. Like somebody I don't know, you know what I mean? Like T-Rev told me, always check the face out. So I will. But you don't have to show yourself when you're on the screen. You can put your little icon up and all you do is X out of your camera. Okay? So I'm not sure how to know when that happens or any of that good stuff, but did I do this wrong? Let's see. I don't even know what I'm doing. I've got like headphones muted, so I hope you can still hear me. Pez is too chicken for a call-in. So far, we just got to push your button so that you're like, that's it. I'm going to say my piece. All right. Until somebody's ready to come up on StreamYards, what in the world? Trinity Bacchus? Okay. The story keeps getting weirder. It's freezing out. We were told bare feet. Then I do a reading and I end with the reading saying sock, right? Sock, monkey, socks, right? Then the story changes the next day online when we are told that by the father, allegedly, the father, Trinity was in her socks. And I'm like, wow, why was Trinity making me say sock? As if it's very, very important. Now, just a minute. Gretchen, you okay? I don't know. She's got upset tummy again. And now we're finding out. Oh, look, I've got people in the background. I will come over to you guys in just a minute. I'm just going to finish this thought. And now the aunt, which is the mother's best friend, is reporting that Trinity took her clothes off. I don't know. Let's see who's on panel with us. Who do we have? Oh, we have Interior. Interior, do you want to be on camera? Let me see. How do I do it? Add to stream. Yeah, I don't want to add it until you tell me if you want to be on stream, and I don't know how to see. I can't see your face, love. I'll come back to you, Interior. There you are. There you are. Why can't I hear them, you guys? I'm not sure. Okay. Let's add you to the stream, Interior. Are you ready? Can you hear me? Okay, you're added in.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm good.
Well, to have a face to go with the name. Thank you for all the times that you have modded with me.
Not a problem. My pleasure.
So have you been following on the Trinity Bacchus case?
Only what you've read on it.
Only what I've read on it?
Yeah, I haven't. I'm kind of like you. I don't usually go out and do too much deep diving on cases.
Okay. Whoops, what'd I do, y'all? Hold on, Interior. I messed something up.
You're fine.
There you are. Oh, come here, baby. Yeah, okay. So I find it very bizarre that she would take her clothes off in the cold climate.
Yeah.
Why would you I mean, I can't be like, okay, it's a pass because she was tripping, because I feel that's strange to me, but I don't know personally, what went on. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that seems kind of odd. That how old was she?
Trinity?
Yeah.
She was just 16, same as Kylie.
Oh, okay. I was kind of lost age-wise for a moment. That's right. She was the same age as Kylie, yeah. Kylie Rodney, yeah. Because, yeah, for a 16-year-old to shed their clothes and then walk outside, especially if it's cold. Me being Alaska, I wouldn't.
You're in Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you probably wouldn't do that then.
Especially not if it's 20, 30 below, 40 below.
Well, from my understanding, it had snowed the day before, and it was in the mid-30s where she was.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get Danielle in. Let's add her to the stream.
Yep.
Hello, Danielle. How are you? You
Hi,
are
Danielle.
you are live.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Welcome to
Actually,
the
you were on camera for a moment, and then you went off camera.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to. I just got done working out, so I didn't want
Oh,
to get on cam.
no problem.
Danielle. Have you been following the Trinity Bacchus case at all?
Yes, I
What are your
have.
thoughts on that?
I think it's bizarre, and it does sound like to me that she was on either, I don't know, mushrooms is going around really bad for teens right now,
Oh,
or
wow.
LSD, maybe. I don't know. It sounds like she was tripping. And
Why would she take her clothes off?
I don't know. To me, like, I don't think, girl, I'm trying to think when I was in my 16, like, because I'm 34 now. And I partied a little bit at 16 because I had a boyfriend who was 18. But I only drank. But I mean, I would not think a girl would take her clothes off. It's to me, it sounds like she got RAPE, maybe. I don't know, but or something like that happened.
Find out like what the tests will be. You know, I wonder if they're gonna be like, oh, that's gonna help us to understand so much more. But that blew my mind to find out that it was weird enough that she was barefoot in this robe and running as far as she did. Like, I don't get that. And then to take your clothes off at the last minute and then climb deep and wind yourself inside of twisted roots of the trees.
Well, when you're tripping, like, so I've heard, people can have really bad trips, and like it seems real, you know, those trips, and people do weird things, but I don't know. This case kind of really bizarre.
Tracy Faulkner said that the autopsy results have been released. Let's look at that real quick. Let me look at that, see if we can get them.
Actually, I think she was asking if the autopsy results have been released. But, yeah, we ought to see if the results, autopsy is available.
I'm not seeing it, but that doesn't mean it's not released.
Yeah, and people in the chat are saying when you trip, they get hot, so that's why she maybe took her clothes off. I don't know.
That's true. That's true. I don't know.
That does sound like a reasonable explanation.
Why would the dogs lose her scent at the gate, though?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like,
Love Yourself says, I really don't trust reports they give us anymore since Kylie.
No, same here, man. That blows my mind, that whole case. Like, I don't either. It's been hard since.
Hi, Rosebud. B. Rando said, let's hope. Excuse me. Let's hope they did all drug panel, not like Kylie, right? Not like just cherry picking.
Amen to that.
I have never heard where they don't like weigh the brain or anything like that, where they just mess with the liver on an autopsy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and like they didn't. I mean, they filled things out wrong. It seems like they didn't take their time on it.
Yeah.
You know, it just, like you said, corrupt.
For real. For real.
Like, that's all I can put two and two together, you know? The whole thing.
Right.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Jenny says, I had a friend strip out of all clothing, tripping as she saw spiders all over her clothes. Okay.
Yeah. See, people can have really bad trips, and it's like
Yeah,
it's real.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Miranda
Maybe.
says, if dogs lost scent, what is that machinery sound?
It's not me.
Okay. Oh, it's really loud.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's my side because my CPU is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Working
I'll
over.
mute.
Do you want to mute until you talk, maybe, so we?
Yeah.
Can hear?
I may figure out how to.
What's the matter? Do you want to do your eye medicine?
I muted my mic. Did it go away?
It wasn't you.
Oh, he left.
Aw, bless his heart. I wanted him to stay, but just mute his mic till he was ready to talk.
All right. Yeah, that was loud. But I don't know. I think it's really sad. And I don't understand, like, this world with, you know, teens doing these kind of drugs so young and them being laced, you know, with fentanyl. It seems like everything's getting laced with fentanyl, you know, and people ODing because of fentanyl.
I agree. So I want to show something to everybody, Danielle. You can either stay with me on panel here if you want to mute. I'm going to mute. But I have a little video. I'm going to have to pause it like every 3 minutes, as they say, so that I don't get a strike or whatever you call it, because but it is a news broadcast and it is for fentanyl awareness. Okay. So I need to share this with everybody. So,
okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and go then and just let you do your thing.
Well, and I thank you for jumping on panel. I hope you'll come back up soon. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, lovely.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, love. Welcome back, Interior. And if you can hear me, I will get with you, but I'm going to show this little video first, okay? All right, let's see here. I would go to this one, right? And then, how are we doing here? There we go. Okay. Let me see if you guys can see it. Let me go back over here. I've got to make it small enough that you guys can see. So hold on. I've got it at 250%. I suppose that's probably not going to work. Okay. So this is a story, you guys, that I wanted to share with you. And it's a fentanyl overdose survivor that shares her story. And I thought of Kylie, and I thought of Trinity. And I thought, what would they share with us if they had survived? And this girl, and this is a real story. You're going to see some very graphic details from the breast cam on the responding officers. This is not a reenactment. This is serious. And I will put the link to this down below. This is by ABC News, okay? So like I said, this is a Nightline story. I'm going to pause it every once in a while. But I just want to share this with you guys, all right? So let's get B. Rando's message up there. All right, you guys. So we'll watch this for a little bit, and then I'll jump back up after a few minutes. All right? So here we go. I will check and make sure we can hear this.
No. A synthetic opioid used to treat severe pain that is 50 times more powerful than heroin.
Whoops.
Powerful than heroin.
There we go.
I'm bored in my room, and I noticed, I have this pill. Why not? Like, it'll make me cheer up. And I crushed it up, took a line, felt kind of sparkly for 2 seconds, and I woke up in the hospital.
Where do you think you would be now had you not overdosed?
I think I could have been in a worse spiral, or as far as I know, I could have been dead. I could have been struggling, but I think that I'm grateful for it.
From coast to coast in every corner of the U.S., deaths from fentanyl overdoses are soaring. More than 100,000 people died from drug overdoses in a 12-month period ending in October of 2021. Recent CDC data revealing 2/3 of those deaths are linked to fentanyl, and those deaths doubling over the past 2 years.
There's no question in my mind that the vast majority of chemicals are coming from China and going to Mexico and being mass produced into fentanyl, into methamphetamine, and increasingly into the counterfeit pills that we see on our streets.
And fentanyl is sometimes mixed in other illicit drugs, heroin, meth, and cocaine. It's a cheap, higher high, but also can be a lethal combination.
A tense scene in Wilton Manors. Multiple spring breakers overdosing, rushed to the hospital. The culprit, first responders say, drugs laced with fentanyl.
When I found out that he was doing fentanyl, every day I didn't know, if I was going to get that call.
He was living life loving it. It's heavy. It's heavy right now.
Users often have no idea.
She supposedly had taken a Percocet, and that Percocet later, was laced with fentanyl, and that took her life.
This is endemic.
All right, you guys, can you hear me okay? So I think we really need to look at this as like not just Placer County. I think we're not hearing about most of this, and I have a lot of questions about where is the fentanyl coming from, right? Are you guys seeing the video okay? Oh, it's in caps, sorry. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, thank you. And were you seeing the video okay, you guys? Yep. Okay, thank you, Jenny. All right, let's get right back into it. Like I said, I've got to stop it every once in a while.
By the pandemic, and we need more attention paid to this issue.
After everything Sophia Kristoff and her dad have been through, playing softball together is familiar and comfortable.
That was awesome.
A reminder of a simpler time. Now in her junior year, Sophia looks forward to taking the field with her team next season.
She loves going to games and she loves playing. I do too. And it's good. It's really grateful that we've been able to have that to bond over and spend time together.
But through her sophomore year, Sophia was hiding a secret from her father.
What did your dad know about what was going on?
He knew I was smoking weed sometimes.
So he had no idea.
And I think that is because it all happened so fast.
In the span of just 1 year, she started experimenting with a long list of drugs. She was suspended from school, and her grades fell.
Cocaine, Xanax, ketamine ones, acid, shrooms, Adderall.
So
just
pill,
pills.
in the pill.
Yeah, just like everything I could get my hands on.
I felt stupid that I should have known, especially with my own history. And it's not like I think, oh, she's terrible because she did those things, or my girl would never do that. I just didn't think she was doing that.
And these are all plugs that I bought from before.
Sophia says buying drugs is as easy as sending the right emoji to a so-called plug, a dealer who finds customers on apps like Snapchat.
I'm looking for a little plug emoji or like a fire emoji or just whatever emoji the normal dealers I have. They're like, yo, hit my line for gas. And then you're like, yo, you got whatever, like slang terms for whatever.
And it can happen that fast just by communicating on Snapchat
Mm-hmm.
and by searching IG.
If you know where to go, it's really easy.
It's a terrifying new playbook for drug dealing, now so common. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Agency releasing this cheat sheet for parents and guardians, showing the emojis commonly used to buy drugs on social media.
I cannot emphasize enough how deadly this drug is to human life, especially to unsuspecting youth in our community. These pills are widely available and are often sold for dollars a piece on social media.
And pictures showcasing how counterfeit pills they've seized from drug dealers look eerily similar to the real medications doctors prescribe.
So you guys, let's see, how do I get back over? Can you hear me okay? All right. So you guys, when we're looking at asking, well, you know, who sold her had to be an adult. That's what I've always felt. Now we're finding out that these kids are using the apps on their phone to get the fentanyl and the stuff. That's horrifying. That is horrifying. So LM Sparks, I am so saddened by the loss that you've experienced in losing your son at only 26. I send you a lot of love, and I hope that someday you have that feeling of him being close to you, you know, where you feel not so much pain. That is so sad. Love Yourself says, I seen a video on YouTube where drugs coming from China to Mexico, then USA. They're a new drug that looks like old candy dots. A lot of people down in Texas, up to Cali, people are dying from it. It's horrifying. Jenny says, I have 2 stepkids addicted to oxys and keep on buying off street, not caring they could die. They tell me they keep Narcan on hand. Oh, good gracious, Jen, I love you. That's so hard. That's so scary. Janet Funk, how are you? Says, wow, so very scary how kids can get a hold of drugs. That's the thing. It's where are they making these from, right? Let's get back into this. I'm going to mute and let you play this, and I'm going to run Gretchen outside real quick. So if all of a sudden it jumps to a new program, I'm sorry, but I'll be back soon.
Just days ago, Snapchat issuing a statement detailing their efforts to
flush out drug-related content and announcing
curb illegal activity, saying they have zero tolerance for the promoting of illegal drugs on their platform. 20 miles south of Lafayette, Denver, Colorado Police Chief Paul Pazin feels like he's at war.
I get daily reports of suspected individuals who have passed away as a result of fentanyl overdoses.
Every day you're hearing of deaths?
That's somebody's family that has just been devastated by fentanyl, by this very deadly drug. We have a situation where a father lost 2 sons on the exact same day from a fentanyl overdose.
The ripple effect, cannot be denied of what happens, especially when we have kids dying at school, passing out in the bathrooms. What are you seeing as the biggest problem when it comes to the actual ingestion of fentanyl?
Folks think that this might be something else that they're ingesting. So bringing awareness to this issue that that pill may not be Percocet, that pill may not be Xanax, that pill may contain fentanyl and potentially could be deadly is critical. It's so cheap. It's so easy to move. It's so addictive for the end user. We are going to need everybody coming together as a country, as a state, federal, state, local law enforcement.
Colorado's House of Representatives introducing a bill last month to enact stiffer criminal penalties on those involved with the sale and distribution of fentanyl.
Is there an end in sight?
I'm not seeing that end. I'm seeing this issue getting worse. I'm seeing more and more people dying as a result of this issue. We need to do something about this immediately.
Officers like Sergeant David Cohen are on the front lines day after day. And this time, he saved Sophia from becoming yet another statistic. When did it become clear to you that it was an overdose?
I mean, I don't know if it ever became clear to me until I administered Narcan and it worked, between training and experience and being able to look around the room and seeing miscellaneous drug paraphernalia that goes a little bit above and beyond normal marijuana and alcohol use.
And so because of that, you knew to administer the Narcan.
Yes, ma'am. If it's not needed and you use it, it's going to do no harm.
Right.
If it's needed and you use it, it's only going to do good.
These kids are dying for one bad decision. And it almost happened to her. It's a hard time to be a parent of a teenager, and even harder to be a teenager.
With thousands of lives cut short by tainted drugs, Sophia is one of the lucky ones, but she still bears the weight of her brush with death.
That's been a very big part. Like the guilt that comes with I see firsthand the effects it had on everybody. Being here thinking like, damn, all these kids are out here overdosing and never coming back. And I'm the one that came back. Like, why me? So I'm just trying to have the mindset that I'm here and I was a lucky one and I got to make it worth it.
This is what's in the box. There's two of these.
Her father, Ryan, now on a mission to educate teens and
So, this hits home with a lot of people that are here right now. And you know what's real scary is now they have created a new vaccine. Now, for those of you that do not feel these vaccines are healthy, such as I myself do not enjoy vaccines, this to me is another way for big farmies to taint the drugs out there so that they make the money not only on the prescription, and that way nobody risks the street drugs, but also because now you have a new antidote, which I believe alters the DNA. And then you need more medicines later down the road. And so it's like a rock and a hard place in a sense. If for some reason you do need medicine, and you can't afford it on the prescription end. So in another sense, how many lives would we really be saving? Because how do we even know in such a short time that these vaccines are working? We were told that it would, getting the vaccine would protect you from getting I call it the plague. You know what I'm talking about, the Roni. And let me tell you, one person in my household got the vaccine. The others chose not to. And that person stays sicker than the rest of us now, has stomach issues now, has a lot of medical problems now that the rest of us in the house don't have. One of my friends ended up at 31 years old having a heart attack after getting the vaccine. Now, I'm not against other people getting the vaccine. I am for what you want to do with your body. But the fact that another vaccine is coming out, that it'll be an antidote, if you will, a preventative. So I don't see how that's going to help anybody, but just possibly add to the problem to me. B. Rando says, I was forced to get the vaccine and still got it. And I have nothing against anybody that got it. I just don't feel it should be forced. LM Sparks, I'm sorry for your loss. I lost my husband 9 years ago. He was my soulmate and the father of my kids. 9 years ago, they didn't have Narcan. At least Narcan that saved a lot of lives. I will pray for you. It's very hard. It's very hard. B. Rando, I was going to be fired if I didn't get the vaccine. And a lot of people face that, right? Pez says, I wouldn't be surprised if the big pharma and rehabs are behind this epidemic. Amen. I'm with Pez. That's how I feel. That's how I feel too. Jenny says, I'm so heartbreaking. My mom OD'd 3 times. First 2, the Narcan worked. Last time it worked, but her blood sugar was 7 and slowed her breathing for too long. Coma, lack of brain activity 13 days later. I'm so sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry that you lost her. How saddened. I mean, it's heartbreaking when it feels like it could have been prevented, right? I'm like, Jenny, nope, no one forcing the shot on Jenny. Not in Jennyville and not on Danny, not on Mama D. Heck no. Nope, not going to happen. So, okay, you guys, let's get back over. We're going to watch this a little bit. I'm going to mute and
on the dangers of death.
If someone were to watch this video, what do you want them to know? And what do you want them to take away from it?
First of all, I want them to know more about Sophia than just this video. And that's a moment in her life, but that's not who she is. I would want people to see that it can happen to even someone like Sophia, even their daughter, even their son, even people you think was the least likely to happen to. It can happen.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here.
all right, Mama D coming back on to top side. There we go. All right, good point. So, can you guys hear me okay? I switched mics again. Love Yourself says people nowadays are getting fibromyalgia. Why? My sister pain all the time and takes hot baths to help. Yes, that is a good question. There are those that have really, really interesting diagnosis and symptoms that have to do with the joints of the body, being overtired, being extremely, extremely painful movement. And we have to wonder what is really going on. What is really going on? I'm going to take my bracelets off, you guys. I just feel like they're too noisy. Sadie says they don't know how lucky they were for her to come back. It's a miracle. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think our dads in Vietnam has something to do with it. Well, and when the 60s came along, and they had Woodstock and they had the war, it's almost as if there was some sort of maybe pharmaceutical back then, farmy, whatever you want to call it, maybe they took advantage and put out drugs that may cause defects, if you will, or diseases during this procreation where everybody was getting busy, right? And then that produces more problems that they would be able to make more money from. I'm just asking if that's possible. And then, yeah, Sadie's got a point. Agent Orange causing cancer, right? Pez, Asian Orange. Agent love. Agent. Yeah, I agree with you, Danielle. I do. I know what's going on with it. I will never take the vaccine. Me either. All right, I am gonna throw this number out there. Okay, so here is the link to join me. And you don't have to go on camera. And you can come visit me if you want to. Let's see here. LM Sparks says, love yourself. I hate drugs. Right? I agree, Jenny. I feel like the government uses us as guinea pigs and then makes money off of off of us. I agree, Danielle. I agree. And I mean, think about it. They're probably like, okay, so these people want to take poison, which is drugs, right? And so let's give rat poison to the rats to hand out to their own little rats, is what I feel like they are doing and I feel like the big pharmaceutical might be behind the push so that they have the answer, the antidote. It's like, do they create the poison so that then they're the one holding the antidote for us? Right? True train coming through. I mean, God picks when that train comes, right? Preston Norris says, as a retired nurse, last 8 years in school system, every year we went through classes for newest drug trends, classes with LE and human trafficking. Narcan is in every school for overdoses. That's crazy, right? How do you know what that Mama D is, Agent Orange? I don't know what it is. I just know it's called Agent Orange, is what they call it. Danielle, trick train. Well, I find it interesting. Like, now they've got this thing out there about a certain very familiar pain reliever that was over the counter. All right. So at this point, they're saying, were you pregnant and did you take this over the counter headache medicine, which is something we all know as a household name? And I think everybody I took it. I know others did too. And then we look at Asperger's, and I really kind of wonder if autism is it caused by some of these drugs, if you will. I'll put the name up there. You got it. It's on the board. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you. All right. So Sadie says, Agent Orange was barrels filled with owner that when dropped blue powder all over enemy and troops caused lots of disease, and cancer was one. Jenny says, and then self-medicating makes mental illness worse. Vicious cycle. That's what I'm talking about, Alicia. She says, and I took Tylenol while pregnant. That's what I'm wondering about. I get it. Love yourself. If your house is asleep, you don't want everybody waking up by going on panel. I get that. Totally. But I would love you to come up here. Crutchy, this is the last time Mama's putting you in this chair. If you get down, you're done. Come. Come on, and I'll give you help. You want to go? Oh, my golly, child. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to look at a few more of these, and then I'm going to get off here. We've been on here. We'll give it another 15 minutes. That's what I was told. The only headache medicine you could take when pregnant. That's what I was told. That's what I was told, too. And now, look, we have this whole, if you took this while you were pregnant, that's like a generational drug for anybody that had what at the time was considered ADHD, which was attention deficit hyperactivity, would be Ritalin, which is basically nowadays comparable to like a street speed. Jenny says, Pez, they kept me on antidepressants as I was psycho, haha, no joke. It caused a congenital heart defect in my daughter. Oh my gosh. Ellen Sparks says, my dad's brother was in Vietnam and he got that Agent Orange. Oh my God. Interior Family Studio says, I was on Ritalin. Tracy Faulkner says, was another test on humanity. Hey, Allie, we love you no matter how, when, where, whenever you're here, we love you. You can't be late with us. You're in divine timing over here. All right, you guys, I got to take a minute for the dog. Let's see, what can we change. Let's see here. Let me come here and see what else I can find you guys to watch while I take her. I'm looking to see if there's anything. I might want to just go to my own studio. That way I don't get a copyright or whatever you call it. Maybe we'll play a little music or something from... You heard T-Rev when you came in. So let's see what else there is. Gretchen, you need to wait a minute. I'm going to get just instantly when you start. You will wait. Patience. Wait. Okay. Let me get over here and see. Gretchen, just a minute. Okay, you're going to get Mama D Rat. All right. Let me make sure you can hear it. All right, you'll hear it. And then I'm going to take her outside, y'all. Okay, hold on. You'll be able to hear it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. What are you seeing? You're seeing me? All right, you get me. Can I change the view? Hold on, I might be able to fix this for you. She's like, no, you're not going to do anything but take me potty. Hold on, Gretch. Mommy's computer's terribly slow. I can't even get back over by you guys right now. Woo! Scared the crap out of me.
Every day I wake up to another missing face. It points back to the family in almost every single case. Streaming all the time about Michael Vaughn going missing. But since we on the YouTube, the world's not listening. Candace playing Hunter while Summer got gone. Devin said he went to work and in the backup, he found Dawn. Jody Sue's monsters are living in her mind. She say she heard a scream, but she'd say anything for a dime. Little classic and sincere, adopted by Jacqueline and Trezell, taken from their loving family and beaten to death by foster parents from hell. Harmony Montgomery, stepmom Kayla, is such a loving wife. She collected food stamps, knowing Adam ended Harmony's precious life. The truth will be uncovered, the killers will be known, but will we find their bodies or even the victims? Oh, there's a special place in heaven for all the children. Karma is coming for you, and it's far worse than any mother. Chill. Little Oka Carlson is barely 5 years old. Bloody little handprints. Well, how she disappeared is yet untold. We all know Kylie Rodney never saw 17. Cases Amy creme brulee. Hey, no water in the lungs. But Ellie says she drowned in Prosser Lake. Sammy said she called at 12:36 a.m. all phone, but no alcohol in her talks report. And she didn't call or drive from the drone. Dylan Brown vanished while tending to his grain truck. Brenner had active warrants. Bob Boxelder didn't give a fuck. So Jim cleaned up the evidence. Boots tossed in the dirt. Phone in the pond. Brenner's in jail over guns. But Dylan's still not found. The truth will be uncovered and killers will be known. But will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a special place in heaven for all the children killed. Karma is coming for you. And it's far worse than any mother. Chill. I wish this was the end of the true crimes that I know, but there's always more, so I keep going with my flow. Every day it breaks my heart that Abby and Liddy went down that hill. Richard Allen caught in charge, so he can make a deal. My name is Cleo, and I'm a saving grace. Not every parent is guilty, but it's hard to have to fight. Now we got little baby Clinton, not even 2. Mama out drinking, running up a bill, while FBI searching for baby Q in the nasty landfill. The truth will be uncovered and killers will be known, but will we find the bodies or even the victims' bones? There's a...
Hello. All right. Into your studio. Are you ready to get back up on? You got yourself muted, I think. There you go. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. Add you to the stream.
All right.
Good to see you. So I just thought I'd add you back in. We could say goodbye to everybody together, unless there was something you wanted to add on to.
No, saying goodbye is fine. I mean,
I forgot something.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did. All right. So, SF, Check It TV, and Zanny. What do they all have in common, you guys?
Drama?
True. That's a good one. Didn't think of that one.
That just kind of rolled off the tongue. I'm like, well, I see a lot of drama there.
So, what they have in common is that they all came on the scene at the same time. Now, when I was working with T-Rev and we were over there one morning, it was like a long live, like it went all through the night. And I started realizing that Check It, SF, and Zanny all came into Kylie's case all at basically around the same time. And in that, let me see how I can do this. There we go. And in that, them all coming in at the same time, I started thinking about the fact that in the old days, I say old days, back when, I don't know if you've heard of it, but Making a Murderer. Have you seen that video? That movie, the documentary?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So just follow me, you guys. Let me see. I'll get it. There we go. That's not what I want either. Hold on, y'all. I figured it out. I knew I would. All right. So, back in the day when Making a Murderer came out, the video, the documentary, the county, Manitowoc County and Calumet County, began to get all kinds of problems because it was just this flood of phone lines. They couldn't even do their job or anything. And that happens when you get a high profile case like Kylie Rodney or like Trinity. And so what happens behind the scenes that very few people know, that I assure you, we found proof of over in the Stephen Avery case that this is done. What's that?
Daddy's live. Actually, why don't I click on there?
Did we lose you? I'm just going to mute you for just a minute, so that I can hear good. So, what they get is they get crisis funding to manage the people, right? The masses of people. They get an extra crisis management team. So, who are the crisis management team? SF, Check It, and Zanime. They all came in. They all had the same agenda. And if you start watching, you'll start hearing them on the radios. When one is on the live, you'll hear the other people talking. And you're like, wait a minute, that's Zanime's dog when we're watching Check It TV. And Check It and SF are like high-fiving over on Twitter. And what do you think this is? I think it's a crisis management team. And if that is true, it would make sense why whisper has it that SF was once FBI and may still be. And allegedly, whisper has it that Zanime is affiliated with FEMA. Whisper has it, rumor has it. So with you getting into FEMA, that's crisis, right? When you get an FBI, what are they there for? Crisis. Are they the team? And that would then really make me wonder if Trinity, Bacchus's dad, real dad, was told to be quiet, and FBI went out and had to do their thing, or fake Bureau of Investigation or whatever, they had to do their thing. Would the same agent that's working another case in Placer County then take over? I am ignoring you. would then take over the next case and could be reaching, but makes me ask about SF and that voice. That voice. I mean, the whole case got derailed in Kylie's case when SF, Check-It, and Zanime came in. All right, you're going up in the chair. If you get down, you're on your own. It's on you. Are you ready? Get up in the chair. Come on. You are going to create a terrible puppy. Yeah, you're going to teach the puppy bad habits. You have to quit. We can't teach the puppy new bad habits, Gretchen. She can't be this spoiled. Thing is Gretchen's not spoiled till I get on with you guys because she gets jealous. So what do you guys feel about that? Okay, so let's get over here and see what everybody thought. All right. Hold on. I'm getting better at this. I gotta go here. And I want to get him unmuted. There you go. Oh my goodness, you have so much extra background noise.
Do I?
Oh my gosh, yes. I keep trying to unmute you, my love, so that we can talk, but it's so loud. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you work that out so that next time when you come on, that you can.
I will. I'll figure out what's going on with that. I have a feeling I know, but
it sounds like a high-pitched, really fast fan.
Yeah, it's my CPU fan.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe you can do it on your phone next time, or maybe.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
All right, Interior. All right. I love you.
Love you too. I'll see you in chat, or are we ending the stream?
I'm probably going to jump off here pretty quick.
Okay.
All right. You have a good night, and I'll see you again soon.
Yep.
All right. Bye, hon.
Bye-bye.
He's so sweet, and I wish we could get his mic working, and I'm sure it will eventually. Is he dial-up internet? I'm not sure, but I think he'll figure it out. Love Yourself said, I had to quit smoking. I had 2 heart attacks. Bunch of stents kept not working, so I had a triple bypass. 2820. I'm only 52, so no smoking. Gotcha. Welcome back to chat. Okay, Jenny says, plus SF has been on down the rabbit hole in the Trinity case and AWP. I don't know. I just wanted to bring it out there. Don't you feel that's weird? Like Placer County gets in over their head and they get into a PR crisis. Public relations crisis. They've got 19,000 hours in, and now all of a sudden some YouTuber comes in. They call them YouTubers. They call anybody on YouTube YouTubers. Comes in and finds Kylie Rodney's car, and the shit hit the fan. And then, boom, we got everybody lined up at the door right before Kylie's car is found. We've got SF, we've got Check-It, and then we have Zanime. And it's so weird how Check-It almost puts his car into the water, does the whole live. His car is literally kissing the water. And then later, SF is the one that brings out, that was Check-It. And then SF's the one that brings out the fire cam information. And it's almost more than I can mentally handle. I agree, Jenny. I agree. It's definitely weird, and I don't believe in coincidences, Jenny says. Love Yourself says that Tony guy said something about just taking it from a female. He is a pig. Throw you off the right path and down too many spirals, like a major distraction. And look who he shot down, SF, right? Not that Jared didn't deserve it, but that wasn't what SF was going at originally. But it was like he locked in on a scent. He's a private eye. He got pissed off at AW. He did his research so that he could blow the story wide open and rub it in Jared's face because he was pissed. Oh, B. Rando, that's a good question. Why did Zanime kayak over Kylie's car before she was found? And why is she timing it is my question as an add-on. Why is Zanime timing it? Because she's timing how long it takes her to get to the location. Pez says, I think Ellie is hiding something much larger than a couple of murders. That's what I feel. Sassafras says, because, Abby Rando, because she is a creeper. Yeah, none of us are fans of that person, are we? No, too creepy. We don't do creepy over here. We just don't get into creepy. So, you know, I want you to go listen, even if you think I'm totally wrong and I'm crazy. I'm good with that. But take a listen to the comparison of SF's voice versus Trinity Bacchus's dad. I took a little recording of both. Now, keep in mind, I didn't even look for these. I literally was on a live with T-Rev over on his channel one night. And I said, I'd like to hear them together. And he's like, he got busy with something. And I said, I'll be right back. I went and I typed in and I got that and I got Zab Girl and I grabbed it right off there with SF, right? Grabbed it right off there. It's maybe 15 seconds. Didn't even listen to it. Just heard him talking. I'm like, yep, that's him. Then I went over and I grabbed the live where the dad, alleged dad of Trinity was talking, and I just grabbed it. Didn't even try to see if they were even in the same volume or at the same pitch. Nothing. Threw them together and holy cow. What? Please listen to it, please. Jenny says, I could not hardly tell the difference between SF and Dad of Trinity. And think about it. Okay, if I switch mics, just in switching from my phone to this, right? My voice will change a little bit. Even the cadence is the same. The breathing pattern is the same. The pauses are the same. The mannerism in the way he spoke in the words chosen are very similar. B. Rando says, I couldn't tell them apart. Well, even after I was done with it, it was the next night, I happened to be just flipping through the channel and I saw my channel. I saw 1111 Tarot on somebody else's channel and I stopped and it was T-Rev. And I'm like, oh, what are they talking about? And I go on there and they're replaying the sounds their group is. And they're replaying it. And they're like taking a poll and a vote. And I'm like, there was a lot of people that were very much like, I can't tell the difference. And like a few people were like, it doesn't sound the same to me, two different people. And then the next people would say something like it could be a different mic. And we had this nice gentleman there and he put the pitches the same so that the mic wouldn't be interfered with. And that got scary. That was like, oh my gosh. Even like the visual of the two people talking where the guy was like, analyzing the sound bar, if you will, where you can literally, when you talk, you can see it go up and down and it leaves like this pattern. So speech pattern, okay? Their speech patterns were almost identical. Almost. Like you couldn't tell by the naked eye. You would have to pay attention and dig deep. And that is not normal. That is not normal. It's just so weird. What'd you say, Pez? Okay, let's see what Pez says. I want to know if Trinity went to the Placer Party, the Prosser Party, same county. Wouldn't that be interesting to find out? So someone told me, and I don't know if it's true or not because I haven't been able to find it in my emails. It's buried in my emails. But if you have this, it could be important. So there's a photograph in the Kylie Rodney case. And I don't know what kind of function it is, but all of the girls, there's 4 of them, I believe. They each get an oracle card. Do you remember this? People were asking me, are those tarot cards? Are they oracle cards? What one did Kylie get? And you see these girls and they're holding up their different card. Someone whispered in my ear that I need to look at that and see if I think one of those girls in that picture with Kylie, the other 3 girls, if one of them is Trinity. That would be alarming. That would be alarming. That I would be like, what in the actual hell? Okay. So Alicia says the voice pattern is called a sign, I think. Well, that makes sense because I'm always asking for a sign. I saw it. She had the only light card, but I want to see the picture and I want us to really look at it. Now that we know who Trinity is, what she looks like, and is she in that picture? Like, let everybody look at it so that each person can form their own thought. Or is she not in it at all? Yeah. Me and Pez want to know. We want to know. All right, my lovelies. Oh, it is on. Oh, shoot. Where's the dad's interview, you guys? The alleged dad. It's on CCTV, I believe. I could be wrong. Go find it, Mama D. I don't know, hon. I don't have a clue where that picture is. It is so buried in my emails from months ago. And with me getting, 30 to 100 emails a day, I probably wouldn't find it. I thought you posted it, Jenny said. I may have. I agree. Inquiry minds want to know. I agree. So there's a little homework for all of us. Go through your stuff. If you happen to be the one that emailed me, make sure and email me again, please. And I will check my emails. I don't know who sent it, and I don't know what the email would have been titled. And at times during that time, I was getting 100 to 200 a day during Kylie Rodney. Maybe. Oh, the dad's interview absolutely is out there. But Sassafras says that the CNY family will have it. Are you talking about the photograph we want? Or even Zav Girl might have it. She has so many. If she can find it. All right, my lovelies, it is getting late. We've been on here a little bit over an hour. I want to thank you so very much for joining me on panel. We'll get better at this. Let me know, members, if this is something you guys want as Starlights, or if you think this was a waste of time. You can tell me whatever you like. But let me know, not only in your comments here, but let me know in the comments down below for a rewatch. I love you guys. To the moon and back. God bless you, my beautifuls, and I will see you again tomorrow. Peace out. Love ya. To the moon and back. God bless you.